Good morning, dear friends. This is lecture number 4 of motion. One thing, many Odisha students requested me, sir, you are giving more examples in practical life in each lecture. But it will be better if we will explain the examples in Odia because in Odia language we will be more comfortable. So I always respect to my students. Henceforth, I will try to give some examples in Odia also. So don't worry. So thank you for your positive feedback and love to this pcmschool.com platform. So now we will start the straight line motion. So we have already started the straight line motion. So now we'll continue this. Okay. So now see. So we have already covered what is distance and what is displacement. Okay. So distance is represented by S symbol. Displacement is represented by S with an arrowhead. And distance is a scalar quantity, but displacement is a vector quantity. And distance unit is meter. Displacement unit is also meter. Okay. Now we'll start speed. Now we'll start speed. So speed is represented by the symbol v. Okay. So first we'll discuss speed. Then we'll discuss velocity. So what is speed? Suppose in t time, the total time is t. In t time, a body covers s distance. So in unit time, what is the distance covered by the body? S by t. So this s by t is called speed. Okay, this s by t is called speed. Suppose a body moves from A point to B point. A body moves from A point to B point. Okay, the total distance covered by the body is S total. The total time covered during this total journey is equal to T total. Then what is the average speed? So average speed is nothing but V average. So this V average is called average speed. So this average speed is equal to total distance covered by the body by total time. So this is the average speed. Okay. So what is the then question comes, what is instantaneous speed? What is instantaneous speed? Instantaneous speed is represented by small v. So what is instantaneous speed? Now see, let a bus is moving from Bhubaneswar to Cuttack. So in this motion, the speed is always not remain constant. So initially speed is 0. If the bus finds the clean road, that is clear road, there is no traffic, at that time the speed may be increased. Okay, so speed generally not remains constant. So if we want to find speed at this particular instant, what is the speed? So what we will measure? We will measure the small change in distance within very small change in time. So let us say the distance covered by a body during very small time interval is ds, and the time interval is very small, it is said dt. So the ratio of ds by dt is called instantaneous speed. Where dt, this you see dt, that change in time is very small, it tends to 0. Okay, so this is called dt. So this is called dt tends to 0. It is not 0. It is not actually 0. It tends to 0. That is, distance is very small, which is tends to 0. So at that time, it is called instantaneous speed. Suppose you see, but a bus te baharuchi from Bhubaneswar to Cuttack. Bhubaneswar to Cuttack. So when it will start from Bhubaneswar, the speed is 0. So it will start from rest. Suppose at Nakhara, at any middle point, bus is moving with different speed. So how you measure the speed of that bus at that particular instant? कौन करिवो you take two close point, two distance, you take 2 point A and B, you take A and B is very close to each other. ए ରୁ B ଯିବା ପାଇଁ ତାକୁ ବହୁତ small time ଲାଗୁଛି, let us say dt, and within very small time dt, what is the distance covered? Let us say ds. Then that ds by dt is called instantaneous speed. So what is instantaneous speed? You can write instantaneous speed is speed at an instant. Speed at an instant is called instantaneous speed. But what is average speed? Average speed is equal to total distance by total time. So this is the difference between average speed and the instantaneous speed. So now suppose you will, how will you find the instantaneous speed? Suppose you are driving a car. So car re gote achi odometer which measures the so car re gote speedometer achi. So that speedometer will give instantaneous speed. Okay, suppose car is running at 60 km per hour, that can be measured by the speedometer. So that speedometer always gives which reading? Instantaneous speed, not average speed. How will you find average speed? It is the total distance covered per total time. So this is about the speed, average speed and instantaneous speed. Okay, so what is the unit of speed? Now you can say what is the instantaneous speed? What is the unit of speed? So unit of speed is equal to, speed is defined as ds by dt. So this is which speed? Instantaneous speed. So ds by dt is called rate of change of distance. Rate of change of distance. Rate of change of distance means it is always refers to the time. At what time rate the distance is changing, that is called instantaneous speed. Rate of change of distance. That is ds by dt. Okay. So what is the unit? You see, unit of speed. Unit of speed, distance by time. Distance is expressed in meter. Time is expressed in second. So meter by second is the unit of distance. Okay. In which system? SI system. What is SI system? It is International Standard of Unit. And in CGS system, it is centimeter per second. This is in which system? CGS system. C stands for centimeter, G stands for gram, S stands for second. So this is the unit of speed. And speed is which quantity? Speed is scalar quantity. Speed is scalar quantity. What is scalar quantity? I have already discussed what is scalar quantity. So scalar quantity is, so speed is scalar quantity. So what do you mean by scalar quantity? It has only magnitude, no direction. So a bus is moving at 60 km per hour. That is the magnitude only. 60 km per hour is the magnitude of the speed. But if I will say the bus is moving at 60 km per hour from Bhubaneswar to Cuttack, then direction is assigned. In that case, that 60 km per hour is not speed, rather it is velocity. So now speed, so I told speed is equal to what? ds by dt, or this is instantaneous speed, or average speed is equal to what? Average speed is equal to total distance by total time. Now see, the distance is always positive. Distance is always positive. It is neither zero nor negative. So a speed is always positive. Remember, so speed is always positive. Speed is always positive. So this is about the various description about the speed. Now we will start velocity. So what do you mean by velocity? What do you mean by velocity? So velocity is defined as the rate of change of displacement. Rate of change of displacement. But what is speed? Speed is rate of change of distance. So here, suppose in t time, the body covers a displacement of s. In unit time, the body will cover the displacement of s by t. So this s by t is called velocity. The s by t is called velocity. So velocity is defined as rate of change of displacement. Okay. So now you see, if a body moves, total displacement of s total within what time? Total time t total. Then the ratio of this total displacement by total time is called average velocity. So average velocity is the total displacement by total time. Okay, this is called average velocity. Now what is instantaneous velocity? What is instantaneous velocity? Instantaneous velocity is always represented by small letter v. Hence, remember, velocity is a vector quantity. Velocity is which quantity? Vector quantity. It has magnitude as well as direction. Okay, so velocity has magnitude as well as direction. So we will give the v symbol, that is velocity symbol, with an arrowhead that will represent it is a vector quantity. And if you are writing small v, that is indicates instantaneous velocity. So what is instantaneous velocity? Velocity at an instant. Suppose a bus is moving with different speed. So a bus cannot move uniform speed, constant speed. So at a particular instant, what is the speed of that bus? So that speed is called instantaneous speed. And if it is expressed in velocity, it is called instantaneous velocity. So instantaneous velocity v is defined as rate of change of displacement ds by dt. Here dt tends to 0. This small time ds by dt, so this ds by dt is very small. So velocity is equal to ds by dt, and here this dt tends to 0, not 0, because if it will be 0, then something by 0 we can't define. So instantaneous velocity is equal to ds by dt. Mathematically it is read as what I have told in the lecture number 3. So lecture number 3 is very important for analysis of the physics to solve more problem. So you see, the velocity is equal to rate of change of displacement. Mathematically it is called derivative of what? Displacement. Derivative of displacement with respect to what? With respect to time. So this is the instantaneous velocity. So instantaneous velocity mathematical formula is ds by dt. ds is displacement. So it is mathematically it is called derivative of displacement with respect to time. Okay. So velocity is which quantity? It is vector quantity. Vector quantity, what do you mean by vector quantity? Vector quantity is that quantity which has magnitude as well as direction. Well, vector quantity has magnitude as well as direction. Now, what is unit of velocity? You see, if I am simply writing v, it is indicate speed. If I am writing v with arrowhead, then it will indicate the velocity. Then what is the unit of velocity? Same. The unit of distance, the unit of speed and the unit of velocity both are same. So unit of velocity ds by dt. ds is meter, time is second, meter by second in which system? SI system, and in CGS system it is centimeter per second. Okay. Sometimes we may get the unit of velocity it is kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour. Okay. So this is about the velocity. Now we see velocity is a vector quantity which has magnitude as well as direction. So suppose you see, I can write velocity has magnitude as well as direction. So this is the magnitude and this indicates the direction. So what is unit? So v cap means it is a unit vector along the direction of velocity. So don't worry, you will read this in class 11th, vector analysis, in the vector chapter of the physics. For the time being, you remember velocity is a vector quantity having magnitude as well as direction. Okay, suppose a car is moving on a straight line. A car is moving on a straight line. Okay, so straight line means direction is same. But if at this instant velocity is 60 km per hour, at this distance velocity is 70 km per hour, at this distance the velocity is 30 km per hour. So here magnitude of velocity is changing, but direction is constant. So in that case we can say it is car is moving with what velocity? Variable velocity. Car is moving at what velocity? Variable velocity, because velocity is associated both by magnitude as well as direction. So here the direction is same, but magnitude of the velocity is changing, so we can say it is variable velocity. Okay, suppose a car is moving on a circular track. A car is moving on a circular track. So if the car will move in a circular track, let us see the car is moving on the circular track uniformly. That means what? So this is the car. This car is moving on this circular track along this direction. Okay. So now I want to suppose it is moving at constant speed. It is moving at constant speed. Okay. So it is moving at constant speed on the circular track. So now if anybody will ask what is the direction of motion or direction of the velocity of the car at this point. So at this point you draw a tangent. You draw a tangent. This is called tangent. This is called tangent. Tangent माने गोटे single line, straight line जोटा circle गोटे point देखि pass करूथुबो. So tangent is a line which passes through only one point of the circle. So that is called tangent. So this is, suppose this is A point. Okay. So velocity at A point direction is this. Suppose a car comes to here. Let us say this is B point. So car is moving in which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. At this point, what is the direction of velocity of the car at B point? You draw a tangent. So that will give the direction of velocity. So velocity direction of the car is downward. Suppose car comes to C point. At C point, what is the direction of velocity? Draw a tangent at C. So that will give the direction of velocity of the car at C point. So you see, though car is moving at a constant speed, in every point, direction of the car is changing. So we can say car is moving with what velocity? Variable velocity. Car will move at variable velocity. Okay. So this is the description of velocity. Velocity is a vector quantity which has magnitude as well as direction. If magnitude is constant, direction is changing, we can say variable velocity. If magnitude is variable, direction is constant, we can say variable velocity. If magnitude is changing, direction is constant, then it is also variable velocity. Or magnitude is variable, direction is variable, then we can say it is also variable velocity. Okay. So now question comes, what is the difference between speed and velocity? If we take the difference between speed and velocity, so what are the various difference of speed and velocity? So first, speed is defined as rate of change of distance, ds by dt, and velocity, which is represented by v with arrowhead, it is ds by dt. This ds is displacement. Rate of change of displacement is velocity. Rate of change of distance is speed. So speed is scalar quantity, velocity is vector quantity. The speed unit is meter per second, here also meter per second. So speed is always positive, but here velocity may be 0, may be positive, may be negative. Because why? Because velocity is the rate of change of displacement. I have already discussed in lecture number 2. Displacement may be 0, may be positive, may be negative. So if displacement is 0 or positive or negative, definitely velocity will be also 0 or positive or negative. But speed cannot be negative or speed cannot be 0. Okay. So now we can say the average speed is greater than equal to average velocity. Why? Because we know in the lecture number 3, displacement, magnitude of displacement may be 0, may be less than the magnitude of distance, may be equal to the magnitude of the distance. That means displacement magnitude is always less than or equal to distance. Or we can say the magnitude of distance is always greater than equal to the magnitude of the displacement. So if distance magnitude is greater than equal to displacement, then we can say the speed value is greater than equal to the velocity. So this is about the various discussion about the speed and velocity. Okay, so now we see what do you mean by uniform speed. What do you mean by uniform speed? What do you mean by uniform speed? So from the name it indicates uniform speed means constant speed. Uniform speed means constant speed. Okay, so let us take an example. Let us take an example. Let us take time and distance. So when time is 0, distance is 0. When time is 2 seconds, distance is 5 meters. So distance is measured in meter, time is measured in second. When time is 2 seconds, distance is 5 meter. When time is 4 seconds, distance is 10 meter. When time is 6 seconds, distance is 15 meter. Okay, so now you see what is uniform speed. And now what is the change in time from 0 to 2? So from 0 to 2 seconds, what is the change in time? 2 seconds. And what is the change in distance? 0 to 5, it is 5 meter. Now from 2 to 4 seconds, what is the change in time? Again 2 seconds. And here what is the change in distance? 5 to 10, again 5 meter. From 4 to 6, from 4 to 6, what is the change in time? Change in time is equal to 2 seconds. And from 10 to 15 meter, what is the change in distance? Change in distance is 5 meter. Then what is the conclusion? Conclusion is that if the distance covered is uniform, that is equal distance covered in equal interval of time, then it is called uniform speed. You may write the definition. What is by uniform speed? Uniform speed is that speed where distance covered distance covers equal amount in equal interval of time. In equal interval of time. So in equal interval of time, if a body covers equal distance, then it is called uniform speed. Okay, so I took an example. So within 2 seconds, always distance covered is 5 meter. Within 2 seconds, always distance covered is 5 meter. So that type of motion is called uniform motion. So what is the nature of distance time graph for a uniform speed? You see, let us say this is the distance s, this is the time t. So at t is equal to 0, let us say t is equal to 0, this is t is equal to 2 seconds, this is t is equal to 4 seconds, this is 6 seconds. Let us say this is 5 meter, this is 10 meter, this is 15 meter. Okay, so now take the various points. So at 0 second distance is 0, at t is equal to 2 seconds distance covered is 5 meter, at t is equal to 4 seconds distance covered is 10 meter, at t is equal to 6 distance covered is 15 meter. So if you draw a smooth curve, will be a straight line. That smooth curve will be a straight line. So now you see, so distance time graph is a straight line for uniform motion. Yes, so now you see, so this is an important objective question. What is the nature of distance time graph for a uniform motion? So distance time graph is a straight line. So if at t is equal to 0, distance covered is 0, then that distance time graph will start from the origin. Okay, so distance time graph is a straight line for which motion? For uniform motion. Write on your note. This is important. Okay, so then we will discuss what is non-uniform motion. Then we will discuss what is non-uniform motion. Okay, so can you find the speed from this distance time graph? You see, you take the slope of this line. Now this is 5, this is 10. So what is this height? This height is 5 because 10 minus 5. And this is the s coordinate is 4. Here s coordinate is 2. So what is the time? 4 minus 2, that is 2. And this is your theta. Then what is tan theta in this triangle? Tan theta is equal to P by B. P is 5 by B is 2. So that is 2.5 meter per second. 2.5 meter per second. So this is called, this tan theta is nothing but s by t. The tan theta is nothing but s by t. Or you can say tan theta is equal to ds by dt. Distance by time. ds by dt is equal to what? Speed. So speed can be measured by measuring the slope. So I have already discussed in lecture number 3. So what do you mean by the slope? Slope indicates, slope is represented by m, which is equal to tan theta. So this tan theta represents ds by dt, which is equal to speed. So this is also very important concept. Question may come from distance time graph. How you will find the speed? So you will find the speed by measuring the slope of the distance time characteristic. So this is distance time characteristic. So measure the slope of this line. So that slope will give the speed, because slope is nothing but tan theta. Tan theta is nothing but p by b. P is perpendicular axis value, so which we have taken distance, and t is the horizontal axis. In horizontal axis we have taken time. So distance by time is speed. So speed can be measured from the speed time graph by calculating the slope. So you write this statement: the speed is slope. The speed is slope of distance versus time graph. So speed is slope of distance time graph. That is, slope is equal to tan theta. Okay, and if you will see anywhere, if you measure the slope, so slope is always constant, because the straight line is always making theta angle with the x-axis, same angle. So if same angle, theta is same, tan theta is same, so slope is same. So that is, for uniform motion, speed is always constant, and speed can be measured by measuring the slope of the distance time graph. Speed can be measured by the slope of distance time graph. Then we will discuss what is non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. So what is non-uniform motion? Let us take an example: time versus distance. So let us say time is equal to 0, distance is equal to 2 meter, and at t is equal to 1 second, distance is 3 meter. In time is equal to 2 seconds, distance covered is 6 meter, or displacement. Okay, distance, you take distance. So generally uniform motion or non-uniform motion is related with displacement. So keep it in mind, the uniform motion or non-uniform motion always taken for what? Displacement. So here you can say the displacement. So in 2 seconds the displacement covered is 6 seconds. In 3 seconds distance covered is 11 meter. So now see, from 0 to 1, what is the time change? Time change is 1. So what is the displacement covered? Change 3 minus 2, that is 1 meter. So next, from 1 to 2 seconds, what is the change in time? 1 second. But what is the displacement covered from 3 to 6? That is 3 meter. And from 2 to 3 seconds, what is the change in time? 1 second. But what is the displacement cover change? 6 to 11, that is 5 meter. So what is the conclusion here? In equal interval of time, the displacement covered is non-equal, or you can say unequal displacement. Unequal displacement covered in equal interval of time. In equal interval of time. That is called non-uniform motion. So what is non-uniform motion? If a body moves on equal displacement in equal interval of time, then it is called non-uniform motion. Clear? And in that case, for non-uniform motion, the characteristic displacement versus time characteristic is not a straight line, rather it is a curve. So if curve, what will happen? The slope at various point, will be different. If slope at various point is different, then speed or velocity at a different point will be also different. That means for non-uniform motion, velocity is not constant. For non-uniform motion, velocity is not constant. For uniform motion, velocity is constant. Clear? So now, so I told if the displacement covered by the body is unequal in equal interval of time, that is called non-uniform motion. You take another example. Suppose time at t is equal to 0, displacement covered by the body is 2 meter. In t is equal to 1 second, displacement covered by the body is 5 meter. In t is equal to 3 seconds, displacement covered by the body is 8 meter. In 6 seconds, the distance covered by the body is 11 meter. Okay. Okay. Now you see, what is the displacement, what is the change in time from 0 to 1? 1 second. And what is the displacement covered by the body? 2 to 5, that is 3 meter. So here from 1 to 3 seconds, what is the time changes? 2 seconds. From 5 to 8, what is the displacement changes? 3. Again from 3 to 6, what is the time changes? 3. But what is the displacement covered? 8 to 11, 3. Now you see, here the equal displacement changes in unequal interval of time. Here 3 meter changes, 3 meter changes, 3 meter changes. But here time changes is by 1, by 2, by 3. That means time changes are unequal, but displacement changes are equal. In that case also, it is called non-uniform motion. So what is non-uniform motion? This is another non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion definition, you can say, if a body covers equal displacement, if a body covers equal displacement in unequal interval of time, it is called non-uniform motion. So for non-uniform motion, body covers equal displacement in unequal interval of time. Okay, and how will you measure the velocity at any instant? By, so we can write velocity at any instant. Velocity at any instant can be measured by measuring slope of displacement versus time graph. The means from displacement time graph you can find the velocity by measuring the slope. And for non-uniform motion, velocity is not constant. At every point, velocity is what? Velocity is changing. Okay. So question may come. A body is moving. One question. This is a common question every time it is asked in the exam. Suppose a car is moving uniformly on a circular track. A car is moving uniformly on a circular track. Is it called uniform motion? Is it called uniform motion? Definitely answer is no. Why no? Though it is moving at constant speed on the circular track, but every time the direction of the velocity is changing. Every time the direction of the velocity is changing. You see, it is moving on which path? Circular track. At this point, what is the direction of the velocity? Along this direction. At this point, what is the direction of velocity? Along this direction. Here, velocity direction is this. So, every time direction of motion is changed. Since velocity is a vector quantity having magnitude as well as direction, though the magnitude of the speed is constant, but direction is changing everywhere, so velocity is not constant, that is, it is variable. So we can say it is not a uniform motion. It is not a, or you can say it is non-uniform motion. So this is very good example of a non-uniform motion. In non-uniform motion, both magnitude and speed must remain constant. So we will solve one problem. So after that, we will close this topic. Now see, suppose, so question is given like this. Question number 1. A man moves 6 meter. A man moves 6 meter due east, then 8 meter due south. Total time taken is 5 seconds. Find average speed and average velocity. So now you take the you take a screenshot of this You take a screenshot of this. We will solve more problem in the coming classes. Okay. So today we will discuss only question number 1. A man moves 6 meter due east, then 8 meter due south. Total time taken is 5 seconds. Calculate average speed and average velocity. Okay. So now solve this problem. So you see. So you see, the suppose in the upper portion is taken as north, down portion is taken as south, right side is taken as east, this side is taken as west. So a man moves 6 meter due east. So gote loka start kala motion from origin. So let us say O towards which direction? East direction. Covering what distance? 6 meter. Covering 6 meter due east. He reaches at which part? A part. Then he turns 8 meter due south. This is the south. So from after A point he turns what distance? 8 meter due south. So what is the and what is the total time taken? Total time taken is equal to 5 seconds. So you have to find what is the distance covered, what is the displacement covered, and what is the speed and what is the average velocity. So average speed is equal to what? Total distance by total time. Total distance by total time. Now see, starting point is O, the final point is B. So what is the actual path covered? Distance means what? Actual path covered. Actually, the man moves 6 meter, then 8 meter. So total distance covered is 14 meter. And what is the total time taken? Total time taken is 5 seconds. So 15 by 14 by 5 is equal to what? 2.8. So 2.8 meter per second is called average speed. Okay, so this is the average speed. Total distance by total time. Total distance is the actual path covered by the body, that is 6 plus 8, 14 by 5, that is 2.8 meter per second. Okay, so now we will find what is the average velocity. What is the average velocity? So what is average velocity? Average velocity will give direction. So direction indicates the vector quantity. So average velocity is the total displacement by total time. So what is the total displacement? I had told in the class number 2, the total displacement. Displacement is nothing but it is the shortest path between initial and final point. It is the shortest path between initial and final point. So initial point is O, final point is B. Just draw a straight line and give the direction from initial to final. That will give the displacement. So here displacement is what distance? OB length. So if you measure the OB length, then that will give the displacement. So here this is which triangle? Right angle triangle. So if you apply Pythagoras theorem, so you find OB distance. OB distance is equal to what? OA square plus AB square square root. This is the total distance. By total time is again 5 seconds. Okay. So OA is 6 plus AB is 8. C square plus 8 square divided by S 5 seconds. So that is equal to 6 square plus 8 square root is 10 by 5, which is equal to 2 meter per second. So this is the average velocity. So average velocity is 2 meter per second, but average speed is 2.4 meter per second. So this is a problem. In the coming class we will solve lot of problem. So you enjoy the physics. Okay, thank you.